This week on Outdoor Bound TV, we visit the beautiful lakeside community of Algoma, Wisconsin, known to many as the salmon fishing capital of Lake Michigan. Now, Darren Hankey and I will be aboard the Grand Illusion II charter boat with our good friend and captain, Lee Haasch. Now, Lee is a 40-year veteran of fishing the waters of eastern Wisconsin and has been guiding professionally on Lake Michigan for 27 years.
Will you look at that? That's what we talk about right here. He's right there.
I'm not even tired yet.
That is sweet.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Real Deal Mineral. Deer, eat it, gone. Colby Chrysler Center. Welcome home to Colby Chrysler. Pro Designs. Sign and printing solutions. Canada Outdoor Adventures. The adventure of a lifetime.
Algoma, Wisconsin is located just south of the Door County Peninsula on the eastern side of the state. It is known to many as the sport fishing capital of the Great Lakes. Now, for the next couple days, we have the pleasure to be aboard the Grand Illusion II with our good friend and captain, Lee Haasch. Let's meet Lee right now.
Hi, I'm Captain Lee Haasch. I was born and raised here in Algoma. Grew up here, went to high school here. Back in, right out of grade school, my next door neighbor was one of the very early charter captains out here. He started fishing out here in the 60s, and it was around 1972. He kind of said, came across the street and said, "Lee, hey, would you like to drive my charter boat for me?" The opportunity to hop in a 30-foot boat and steer that, I couldn't pass it up. Went over to his house one day and he said, "Here you go," and he hands me a box and it had wire brush in it, sandpaper, scrapers, and I commenced to start scraping in the bottom of the boat and then painting it. So I learned from the bottom up. But I've been doing this now. This would be my 40th season fishing out here on the lake. 1985, I got my captain's license, bought my first charter boat, started my own business. And so I've got 27 years out here this year of guiding people professionally, and have a lot of fun doing it. Almost all the captains, and me included, we run half-day charters that can be 5 hours or 6 hours long. We can do a full day, which is 8 or 10 hours, or even a full 12-hour charter if they want to stay out all day. Here aboard the Grand Illusion II, it's a kind of a typical charter boat, like most of them in Algoma. We're really set up for the comfort of our clients. Typically, our clients, especially those that come from any distance away, like to book a package of 2 or 3 days of fishing. That includes the lodging, it includes their license. Our clients will come to the dock. They'll meet us dockside by the boat. It's kind of unique where I dock my boat. I have a very historic fish shanty that the commercial fishermen used back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, so it's very scenic. Many times we're targeting different species, and in the morning, in the afternoons, we'll come out after some steelhead like today, maybe some coho salmon. We will get some kings out here too.
Yeah, some nice kings out. There's a fish on.
Back there about 3 football fields. At least this one you can tell there's a fish on it. Kurt. You can feel him again? Yeah, he's jumping around when you can. My right arm forward. I didn't tell you this was going to be work when you signed on, huh? Yeah, no kidding. Hey, if this would work, I'll do this one. Alright, tired yet? Last one actually, we're holding the pole is worse than the real one.
We're looking for fish in all columns of the water. We use planer boards, side planers to take our baits away from the boat. We've got baits that are running in the top 5-6 feet of the water column, and using some dipsy divers, spreading out, getting to some of those middle depths. And then we're also using downriggers to reach the real deep fish down 100, 150, even 200 feet. The nice thing about coming out here, we pretty much do provide all the equipment for you, do a lot of the work for you. We're out here 7 days a week, so we stay on the fish. We know where the fish are. You're not going to get away without reeling one in tomorrow.
As soon as you see the line on the reel say 300, you give it to her.
Yep. All of these fish that we're catching, the king salmon, the coho salmon, lake trout, brown trout, rainbow trout, the steelhead, they typically feed on some of the same things. They're feeding on similar bait fish, and our baits that we're using are imitating those bait fish.
Kind of getting it figured out how to hold on to them a little tighter right here, then they don't jump as much.
We're a small lakeside community. Algoma is about 3,000 people, so it's not really very difficult to find anybody. It's pretty hard to get lost. You know, one whole side is water, so. But we're located 30 miles east of Green Bay and about 120 miles north of Milwaukee. It's not really difficult to find us once they get to the lodging. The people of this community are really very friendly, and everybody wants to help everybody. We want to make sure all of our guests in the community have a great time. We have a lot of fine attractions. There's a lot of art galleries in town, some antique shops, craft shops, and also we have the very first winery in the state of Wisconsin, the Von Steele Winery. Kind of a little neat history about that. Dr. Von Steele, back after the Prohibition, decided they wanted to make wine, but it wasn't allowed in the state. So he petitioned the legislatures to pass the law so that they could make wine. So he opened up the very first winery in Wisconsin right here in Algoma. We have Bearcat's Fish House, probably one of the most famous fish houses in all of the Great Lakes areas right here in town. And they have like 4 or 5 different varieties of smoked fish and just about any kind of seafood, fresh seafood you could want. And sometimes you're fishing, it's just an off time. The fish just decide they're full or they're not feeding. Yeah, these little bit, wind can switch 15, 20 degrees and be light wind, and you'd think, how would that affect the fish that's down 50 feet? But it does something to do the bait fish. When that wind shifts a little bit, they just start swimming in a different direction. So those fish have to now stop what they're doing, feed facing a different direction.
Way back there. Yeah, you can have there. Woo, look at him jump again. Feel it. This one's back roughly a quarter mile or so, Kurt. It might take a half hour or so to get this one in. That's 5 colors of light core, so there's 50 yards of light core when you get to it. It's not here yet. And then about another 50, 60 feet of mono per liter. Just as Now he's getting full. Seriously, like,
My oar is 7-to-1, Kurt. It's a little faster.
Michigan steelhead.
no, not at all.
Perfect grilling
Sweet.
size.
Sweet.
Get him already took it.
Yep. There you go.
Right up by your face. This is nice. It's a little closer to the boat. I didn't wear myself out. Beautiful day out on the lake. Lee's putting us on some good fish, having a good time.
Nice meal there. Perfect for the grill.
Yes, sir.
Good grilling fare.
All right, you want to take another picture?
Yeah, I'll go grab that SO. You gotta watch it.
How this fishery got started back in the early 60s, Lake Michigan had a very bad alewife problem. The alewife was a small bait fish. It was an exotic to this lake, brought in through the St. Lawrence Seaway and through the ships in the ballast tanks. And once they got into the lake, there was so much food plentiful for them. They just overpopulated. They were washing up on our beaches, and the beaches, you know, had a foul fish smell and as a decaying fish. And they looked at, how do we get rid of these fish? What naturally eats these fish where they came from? And salmon was, by and large, their biggest predator. So they went out west, out to Oregon, got some eggs, brought them to hatcheries here in Wisconsin, raised these little fingerling salmon, and they planted them out here in around 63, 64. The very first salmon was caught out of Algoma by our then mayor at the time, Art Detman, who was an early commercial fisherman and also one of the early charter captains. And it just took off. It became a wonderful sport fishery. The equipment back then was crude. Nobody really knew that this was going to come about. And once it developed into a sport fishery, a lot of our equipment that we have today evolved and got better and became more fun equipment. The rods are more flexible. You can really feel the fish fighting, and the equipment just got designed for the sport of it. Well, the technology has come a long, long ways, Kurt. From when we really started, I remember the first couple of years, we had a paper graph. You'd smell that carbon on the paper graph for the whole trip. We didn't have a Loran. We navigated by compass, you know, by the sun. Hopefully you could see the shore. We didn't have a radar. And if it was foggy, you left the harbor and you went out, you ran for so long in a certain direction. You'd set your lines and troll in another direction for so long, keep track of your time, troll back in the fog, and get to about where you think you started, and then take another compass course and hope you got close to the harbor. Many times I remember the captain putting me way up on the bow, and he would inch into really shallow water until I could just see the trees, and he'd say, "Can you tell where we are?" I said, "Well, there's trees." You know, and we'd be north of the harbor, maybe a few miles, and you'd back out, back into deeper water, and you know, and run for more minutes. You'd run back to the harbor to get back to where you started. Today, the electronics, the GPSs, the plotter screens, the videographs, all of that equipment, temperature probes. There's so many of the autopilots and stuff, so it really enables us to do a better job and to really keep on the fish and stay on the fish and catch a lot of fish for the customers.
Real Deal Mineral. Deer eat it gone.
Real Deal Mineral is the real deal. Other minerals on the market contain up to 70% salt. Real Deal has less than 7% salt and more of the minerals deer need to grow bigger horns. And bigger horns mean bigger trophies.
I tried Real Deal Mineral for the first time, and I saw bucks on camera I never knew I had.
Real Deal Mineral. Check out our website or a dealer near you.
At Colby Chrysler Center, we know that buying a new car is a big deal, so we do our best to make it feel right at home.
We know your time is important, so you won't find any gimmicks or hassles here. Just a great selection and unbeatable prices.
Good looks, a comfortable ride, a Hemi engine, safety, and the ability to haul just about anything. What more could you ask for in a new truck?
Our commitment to you doesn't end with the sale. We are here for you anytime you need us.
At Colby Chrysler, it's all about making you feel at home and ready to hit the road.
Welcome home to Colby Chrysler.
Conceptual design, quality printing, and custom applications. Pro Design's sign and printing solutions. Over 20 years of professional service and experience. Pro Designs in Medford, from original concept to finished product. Get the recognition your business deserves. Pro Designs, sign and printing solutions. Offering professionally guided, all-inclusive packages, Canada Outdoor Adventures is a U.S.-based company specializing in great hunting adventures in Alberta, British Columbia, New Zealand, and beyond. Whether you're seeking that trophy of a lifetime, planning a hunt for you or your group, or taking your son or daughter on their first adventure, let Canada Outdoor Adventures handle all the details for you. To contact a pro staff member near you, visit our website, Canada Outdoor Adventures, the adventure of a lifetime.
Hey everyone, we love to see the photos of the animals you harvest and the fish you catch here on Outdoor Bound TV. Well, this season, Petrick Service Station of Independence has teamed up with the SPM Apparel to bring you some great prizes just for submitting your photos to the show.
Simply log on to the Outdoor Bound TV website, click on the Submit Photo button, and all the instructions and contest rules are right there. All photos submitted will automatically be entered into the grand prize drawing. A Remington Model 700-270 rifle, compliments of Petrick's Service Station. Anyone selected for the show will receive an Outdoor Bound TV t-shirt, compliments of ESPM Apparel. All entries must be received by December 1st to qualify.
And remember, you can't win if you don't submit your photo. Here are this week's Outdoor Bound TV viewer photos.
Come back in kind of early in the evening and give our clients an opportunity to, enjoy the amenities if they're staying in a condo or one of our fine motels in town. And then go out and have a nice meal in Algoma. We've got some fine restaurants, some nice supper clubs where they can really get a nice meal and have a lot of fun. Early in the year like this, we're going to get up and want to leave the dock about 4 a.m. Morning. About a good half hour, 40 minutes before sunrise. Get out here, get our lines in the water, and then the action starts.
Have fun. Yeah. Appreciate your honesty. Didn't take long this morning. This one wants to keep going too. Oh yeah.
It's feeling you. Yeah, when those kings hit, you can feel the weight there. Can't
Oh
you?
yeah, yeah. You pull a pole up like that, you can just feel him. There he goes again. I thought I was gaining. I'm watching my line counter and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I just gained about 20 feet on him. All of a sudden, zing, he's gone again.
There he goes again. Are you gaining ground on him?
Slow, slow. Lucky I got in shape yesterday. We've been out 15, 20 minutes and Lee's got us on fish already.
That's right. As you can see, it's not even daylight and Darren's already hooked into a fish, so this is a ton of fun. Now we got a little bit of weather blowing in today, the rain's coming down, but action's starting right away this morning.
I gained 6 feet in the last 3 minutes. Within 100. How big do these get?
What's the biggest one?
The record is 44 pounds, 15 ounces.
I see my board.
Pound for pound. Now the water is still cold, and when the cooler the water, the harder they seem to fight.
Okay, sure. He's right there. You think, oh, I'm just gonna finish reeling him in, but. Oh, he's seen the boat too. All right. Oh, that was awesome. You must have worked me in a little better shape. I first started yesterday. There was no way. I'd have been handing the pole to Kurt.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks,
Great
buddy.
fish.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Thanks.
Look at that. Good job.
We got started out early this morning. We're 15 minutes into the run today. Captain Lee got us on a nice one. Pulled for a while. He was out 200 some feet to start with. Didn't take too long. We got him in. I'm not even tired yet. Hope we get on some more.
Well, folks, this morning we're fishing out of Algoma, Wisconsin with Captain Lee Haasch. Darren just put a super king in the boat, and I think we probably got another king right here. And he just does not want to come in. I think this is where I hand it back to Darren and let him gain a bunch of ground.
Shoulders on this one.
Yeah, there's definitely some shoulders there. Folks, I tell you what, if you've never done this, give Captain Lee a call. This is a ton of fun. Darren, we kind of made fun of you yesterday if your arms were sore. And you pulled in, what, 9 fish yesterday? So, looks like another great king.
Another nice king.
This is the kind of stuff you come to Lake Michigan for. Port of Algoma, Captain Lee Haasch. This is a ton of fun. You've got to try it. Thank you very much,
Nice
Lee.
job.
Appreciate it a lot. You bet. What a great fish.
Oh, there's another.
Don't have a cheater on this one. I don't know how far I'm out. That's the first time I've ever been to Algoma. First time ever on any of the Great Lakes as far as a charter fishing trip. I'd recommend this to anybody. Come to Algoma, look up Captain Lee. It's been just a blast. It's definitely something I'm doing again.
And that's a good eating fish.
Oh yeah. Another one on the board.
Once we get back to the dock, we take total care of your catch for you. We're going to clean the fish for you. We'll bag it for you. The first day's catch, if you're staying overnight, we've got a freezer dockside where we can put the fish in the freezer for you, or we'll help you pack them on ice if you want to keep them in the cooler. Second day's catch, they'll be fresh. We can pack them in the cooler, put the previous day's catch on top of it, and you're all set to take them home and enjoy those fish. Last fall, we had just a excellent September and October. Quite a few of the boats, especially those of us that live locally, will keep our boats in the water and we'll fish till late October. If they're looking to book a charter, they can go to my website, fishalgoma.com. They also can call and inquire on my toll-free number. How do you really put a price on those types of memories? Exactly. And it's something everybody can come and experience.
Hey, do you want to stay up to date on the cast and crew of Outdoor Bound TV? Find them on Facebook, or you can log on to their website, outdoorbound.tv.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Real Deal Mineral. Deer, eat it, gone. Colby Chrysler Center. Welcome home to Colby Chrysler. Pro Designs. Sign and printing solutions. Canada Outdoor Adventures. The adventure of a lifetime.
Join us again here next week when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around Wisconsin, around the nation, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
Hi, I'm Captain Lee Haasch from Algoma, and this is Outbound TV. Is Outdoor Bound TV, right? Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, all right. And we'll be right back after these messages from Lake Michigan. Oh, and I'm looking. I got it. I got it out of order. Yeah, it takes 2 or 3 once in a while, but we'll get it.